I'm Congresswoman Granger, and I'm here at the Joint Reserve Base in Fort Worth, Texas, with the governor and other members of Congress to talk about an issue that affects all of Texas. In fact, it affects the entire United States. We have a C-130, a National Guard C-130 unit that responds to all of the natural disasters along the Gulf states. And been very successful, 411 missions since the year 2005. Katrina, all the tornadoes, the storms, the flooding, and the Secretary of the Air Force has a plan to move those C-130s to Montana, taking away all the C-130s for the Gulf states. Now you may ask why that's important. Well, it's important because the C-130s under the National Guard respond to the governor. The governor can pick up the telephone and say, we've got a flooding problem in South Texas or in Florida or in Mississippi, and that's happened. And in 2 hours, they can be responsive and have an incredible record. Well, if they're moved, as the plan is, to move them to Montana, it would take at least 2 days, probably 2.5 days to respond. You think about that if your house is flooding and your city has been hit by a tornado. So we're very much against this. It's not a cost-saving issue because it actually is going to cost between $75 and $100 million. There's no hangars in Montana to keep these planes, and there are no pilots that are trained to fly them. In fact, it will take 2 years before they'll have pilots trained in Montana to fly these planes. It's a real head shaker on this one to try to figure out what's happening, but we wanted to make sure that everyone knew this and why we're fighting so hard. It's not because it just happened in Texas. We're fighting for really our disaster relief all across the Gulf states, and that's why all the other delegations helped. The governor was wonderful in pulling together all the governors of the Gulf states to write the administration say this is wrong. I was able to get all the Texas delegation, including Democrats and Republicans, every single one, to say this is a bad decision, please reverse your decision.